What are you seeing out of Johnny Juzang right now? I mean, obviously he's scoring at an elite level. What's kind of gone into him getting to the point where he can have a night like that?
Well, we've seen this all the time in practice. He's a great shooter. You know, he moves without the ball. He finds spots. You know, this is nothing new for us. We see him hoop like this all the time. And so he just has to keep playing confidently. And hopefully from last game, he had a great game at Washington. He had a great game at Washington State. Unfortunately, we didn't get the win at Washington State. But, you know, he's a great player. And we expect games like that out of him. And hopefully we can see some more this season.
Mike?
Hey, Tyger. You're coming back from a 3-game road trip. I mean, USC is just across town, but it's still not Pauley Pavilion. Does it feel good to come back to not only Pauley Pavilion, but sunny Southern California, especially before a rivalry game?
Yeah, it's always good to play at home. But we're just taking it one game at a time, home or away. We're trying to bring the same intensity regardless. But, yes, to answer your question, it is good to play at home. It's good to be back at LA.
Other questions for Tyger? Yep, Mike.
There we go. Okay. You know, what do you guys have to do on the defensive end? You know, you guys had a pretty solid defensive game against Washington, but in both games, 3-point shooting was still not where it has been. You know, have you guys been working on that this week?
Yeah, we've been working on guarding the 3-point line, a lot of closeouts and things like that. And also just when the ball gets thrown around, working on scrambling and things like that, trying to keep people out of the paint also. But our biggest thing coming in, not our biggest thing, but a big thing we're working on coming into this game is boxing out and rebounding. Arizona's tremendous on the glass, and they have some great bigs. And so we're just working on boxing out and getting back.
Tracy.
Hey, Tyger. What kind of special challenges do you think James Akinjo represents for you when you might be the guy mostly guarding him?
You know, he's a great player. He gets in the paint. He keeps his dribble alive. You know, he's a great decision maker. I'm going to just try to play as hard as I can on defense and just do what coach tells me to do, study the scout report extra. You know, but with a player like that, you just got to make everything hard. So, yeah.
Ben?
Johnny talked after the game the other night about finding that intensity and focus that you guys needed to win, regardless of whether, you know, you're playing well or not. You're just bringing it on every possession. It felt like you guys had that late in the season last year when you went on that 11-14 run that like no matter if your shots were falling or whatever, you just had that will to kind of get it done. Where do you think that kind of went and what happened to it? And why didn't it maybe have it hitting the ground running to start the season?
I think we're just, as the season goes on, we got some new players. We're just finding it. I wouldn't say it ever went anywhere. We just weren't playing like we needed to be. We weren't doing what coach needed us to do. And obviously coach, he's a great defensive coach. Well, he's a great coach in general, but his niche is defense. And so we just got to figure out how, just like how we did at the end of last season, we started playing defense like how he wanted to and how he was teaching us. And so this season, took us a little bit longer to get back to it. And all we can do now is just listen to coach and focus on defense. We can't really worry about whether or not we played like that at the beginning of the season or a few games ago. It's one game tournament, one game at a time, and we're just listening to coach.
Let's go to Bruce.
Yeah, Tyger, I was wondering that game here in Tucson, I'm in Arizona, you got line 32 times. I think you did, 8 or 10, and that's sort of in their game. If you can reflect back on how you guys did that, and do you expect you expect as a result of that they'll, defend differently this time? I
apologize, but it was cutting out, so I couldn't really hear your question. It was kind of cutting out in main spots.
I'm sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear
a little bit. Okay. I was wondering about that first game when you guys got to the line, both yourself and you guys in general. That's been something Arizona's done a lot. And what back on that game, how were you able to do that? And do you expect they'll maybe defend you a little bit differently or try to this time around?
Do you mean me personally or as a team?
Both, really. I mean,
Okay,
it seemed like you guys had a lot of success getting inside and getting the line.
Yeah, I think we were just taking our time and taking what the defense gave us. We were getting to the paint. We've been working on ball fakes and things like that. And against them, coming off ball screens, we were getting loose a little bit, and we were getting to the cup. So I think it's just playing under control, and when they leave their feet, just jumping into them, trying to get free throws. So, I mean, if we can do that again, we're going to try to. But our main focus is just, doing whatever it takes to try to get the win because, they're a good team.
I was just wondering in general, too, I mean, you guys have pulled out a lot of 1 and 2 possession games, too. What's kind of been the key there for you guys in that?
Just playing with heart all the way to the end of the game. We might mess up. Things might not go our way, but it's just trying to stay locked in and always believing and thinking that we have a chance to win, and also listening to coach.
Is that a function of what you went through last year, getting used to his system and kind of flipping that, or the fact that you just have a lot of veteran players now?
I guess I'd say to attribute, so you said like what we ended up doing at the end of last year, we just started doing exactly what coach told us. And on defense, we weren't out to lunch, and we were just ready to play when we came into games.
Hey, Johnny.
What's up, guys?
Hey, you talked about this after the game the other night, but it seems like the defensive intensity is what you guys are going to need every night to win, regardless of what else is happening in the game. Do you agree with that? Is that got to be the calling card down the stretch here? Maybe things aren't going great on offense, shots aren't falling, but if you've got that defensive intensity or locked in, you'll be in a position to pretty much win every game.
That's the goal. Yeah. But defense wins games. Can't rely on how you shoot the ball every night to try and win your game. So, yeah, for sure, defense we want to make that our identity. And we definitely have the capability. We've played some great defensive games. It's just making it that a consistent night in and night out thing. So it's definitely something, we want to lock in on and bring every single night.
Let's go to Rick.
Johnny, congratulations on being named Pac-12 Player of the Week. Can you walk us through how you felt when you realized that you were being so honored?
No, man, I was grateful, and it's nice to receive. There's a lot of great players and talented players in the league, so it's a cool little lead. But we're just and I'm just really focused on winning and finishing out this season strong, and then getting in the best position possible for our postseason, and then going from there. So really just taking it game by game, but just focus on winning is really the only thing that matters is winning games.
What are you guys going to have to do to continue winning the ball games here on out? It's a tough stretch coming down the home stretch.
Yeah, you got to just rely on your defense and rebounding, and effort are the main things.
Thank you, and good luck on Thursday.
Appreciate it.
Mike.
Hey, Johnny, you've definitely been scoring, but another aspect of your game that has improved is rebounding. I believe you're averaging about 9 rebounds per game, way above your season average. Is that something you've been focusing on? Has coach wanted you to focus on that aspect of your game as well?
Yeah, for sure. That's something I've wanted to improve on, and I'm just trying to find ways to contribute. And yeah, the coaches have definitely been pushing me to improve on that and, pick that up and contribute in that way. So it's definitely, from all sides, something that's been a focus.
Other questions for Johnny? Bruce, go ahead.
Johnny, you guys are undefeated at home. I was wondering, in a season when there's no fans, what's been kind of the key there? I mean, is it does it even matter much, or do you, have you guys just felt more comfortable there, even in the environment, even though, again, there's no fans?
Yeah, the environment is something that's kind of not all the way there with home court advantages, but it's really just more of a internal thing. Can't lose at home. We don't lose at home. Something that the team and definitely, Coach Cronin really emphasizes is you don't lose at home. You want to, do big things and win big, and you don't lose at home. So it's just more of an, I think, internal focus within the program.
How has it been for you guys just adjusting in general to the way things are, as far as, again, no fans, kind of the bleachers pushed back everywhere, bench spaced out? Did you guys get used to that right away, or did it take some time?
No, man, we definitely, you miss the crowd and you miss your home, our fans. So no, we miss them, man. And, you could, for guys who have played college basketball, you can feel the energy, but, we're just happy to play. I mean, like, just having a season, being able to play games and compete and compete for something big. That's all you can ask for, especially with, the way that things are going. So we're super grateful to just be playing, especially with how it's been. Cross our fingers. We haven't really had to sit out any games for reasons on this side, which has also been another blessing.
Great, thanks.
Tracy?
Hey, Johnny, where do you think you are in the development of your defensive game, and what kind of impact has Coach Cronin had on that?
Oh yeah, no, he pushes us in all areas, which is great. And I feel like if you're asking individually.
Yes, please.
Yeah. No, I feel like I've made strides for sure. Just being more active and more of a, on the ball improvements, and I feel like being solid there, but also just being a team defender and trying to, get to deflections and steals, but also really just affecting it by, it may not be a crazy play, but just being in the right positions to help your teammates can, really affect how the other team plays their offense. So all around, I feel like I've personally learned a lot and, improved.
He also said, when we just interviewed him right now, that he's working with you for you to, in your shot selection, that there are times when a mid-range might be a better shot than a forced three. How is that? How are you working on that? And how does that impact your game right now?
I would just say it's more of the, as a player, you're just generally trying to always see the right play, and make the right read. And that comes with, shots compared to other shots as well. I feel like I felt pretty confident, as the season's gone on, that, kind of just seeing and reading the game has gotten, I've improved with that. So that goes for, like you said, the mid-range compared to the three. So I feel like definitely, I feel good about the growth there.
He also talked about getting you to the line more, that you maybe needed to draw more fouls. How do you do that?
No, definitely something, that's something that's been a focus and something, I've been working on a lot, in practice and in, workouts and one-on-ones. I don't want to give anything away, but they're, been practicing some pretty good stuff to kind of find my way to the line.
Back to Bruce.
I just wanted to follow up on the, you mentioned you guys haven't had any cancellations for anything you've had to do COVID-wise. Arizona in the same boat. They've had a bunch of games canceled, none of which were their fault, so to speak. What's been the key for you guys in that way? I mean, Coach said something about you never have team meals. Is there anything else you do to kind of keep as careful as you can?
Yeah, well, part of it's luck. But the other part of it is, we just got a group of really committed guys who want to play games, don't want to miss games. So I think everybody's really smart, committed, and is making sacrifices and has been making sacrifices in order to keep playing the season. So everybody's kind of on the same page with that, which has been great. So, I mean, both of those things.
Let's wrap it up with one more from Mike.
Hey, Johnny, Coach talked about mental health facilities being available to you. I don't want to get into that, but obviously it's something that is important to the team. But for you individually, what do you do to try to stay focused? You take more walks, more Netflix, what are you doing to try to stay positive in this time?
Yeah. I think everybody's felt it. There's just definitely times where, it's like, when is this thing going to end? I think everybody's kind of felt that. I mean, for me, I like to stay active. So, practice and working out always kind of, not everybody can go practice and, play with their team, but, that's something that's really great for me. I'm able to do what I love. That helps. But outside of that, just, seeing the people that I can, like my family, who's very safe. They live close, I can go see them, spend time with them. And talking to people on the phone, and then just spending time with my girlfriend and stuff like that. So just, staying connected with people, honestly, for me. And then just trying to do different little things and, learn little small things here and there is always nice, but nothing extravagant.
Okay, let's end it there. Thanks for your time, John.
Thanks, guys.